Obviously, they don't have a conscience. Well, that's true, too. I mean, if you don't know what's going on in the world, how can you know that your weapons are being used to kill stuff? That's, you know... No, it's just that I'm criticizing how your way of life is being used. Because you are being used. You're being exploited for, the realm's, genocide. There we go. Well, no point in dwelling on it. We have to get into Gaia Cave, so can we have our Mithril? Alright. Well, I don't want to take too much. I'm not going to need a lot of it, I don't think. What's up? Well, you make them, and you know how to use that thing, I guess. That's a difficult question to answer, to be honest with you, because what don't I use the weapon for? I suppose, I don't use the weapon for enemies that don't take any damage from weapons, but we haven't run across any of those yet. Yeah, we gotta stop them. We can't let them have their way. Because friends in need are friends indeed. What's up, Watts? Hey, alright, he'll make us an Ultra Sword! Screw the Wandering Swordsman, he's got a glittering sword anyway. I'm guessing that's the Wandering Swordsman they're talking about, because that's the only one I know, but Well, it's not like you guys are run by the Dwarven Vows in this game. That's not until Tales of Symphonia. Or maybe it was in Tales of Fantasia too, I don't know. I haven't played any other Tales games other than Symphonia. Yeah, really, gotta have a good business going on here. Of course I'll take it. It'll be helpful in killing Dark Lord. Huh. You know what? I've got just the place for you. You'll look good in my house too, as that lady in the general store would have said. Alright, Watts is going to take up refuge in our hothouse. What's wrong with you? I don't think these guys really have anything interesting to say now. Let's take care of it. No kidding. I don't know, would it be good for your business? Let's say yes. I wonder what he says if you say no. Oh, I guess he kind of, Wow, I guess the Dudbears have it made, huh? You don't even have to be human to get paid in this game. I suppose that's true, the dwarves do get paid and everything, and the Mayballs, but that's all irrelevant, I don't care. So let me just check my notes really quick here. I gotta, see something, because now that Watts has taken up refuge in our, hothouse, what he can do that other, what's it called? That other dwarves that are, other blacksmiths, that's what I'm looking for. What he can do that other blacksmiths can't is he can actually forge new weapons and armor for you. So I'm going to actually head back there right now because I think that he can forge me some decent stuff right now. Hang on one sec, I'm going to check my notes just to make sure. He can't give me an upgrade of that stuff yet. I do have that though, and that. Actually, I think I'll wait on the Watts upgrades because I'll just show it off for you guys when I actually get the last piece of material that I need. But since we're not going to be doing that right now, I'm going to head up to Gaia Cave because now that we have the Mithril, we can actually get into Gaia Cave. So anyway, the thing with Watts, since I'm on the way anyway. Ow! Stop! Die! The thing with Watts is that when he is in your hothouse, he can actually forge new weapons, and he can also temper weapons for you. So that's pretty useful since it's kind of like an all-in-one blacksmith shop for you. And I'm pretty sure he's the only blacksmith shop in the game that can actually forge you new weapons. And I mean, while you can get through this game with just the starting bronze sword, is that a guy? No. You can get through the game with just the starting sword, which is the bronze sword, but it's pretty difficult, and you'll need to do a lot of weapon level grinding, so forging new weapons will be very useful to you. So, you can consult Watts for new stuff, and what you do is, all you have to have for him to forge you a new piece of equipment, all you have to do is get him exactly one of the new material that you want to get. And weapons and armor all have different materials that they can use to be forged into new stuff. And there are certain ones you can't forge, like certain materials you can't forge other things for. Like, let me just give you a quick example. The bow, you can't use, say, most of the bow's upgrades involve types of wood, different types of wood. So the bow that you have when you start is the oak bow. So you can't use, say, Manos bronze to forge a bronze bow, because you can't make the bow out of bronze in this, at least not in this game. But you can, however, temper with like oak or anything like that that you already have. And I mean, I'll get into all of that other stuff when we actually get to the part where we are tempering and forging everything. But before we do that, I would like to make a quick pit stop at this mana statue, because I want to set the date to the man holiday during the day, while I'm and I'm going to do that off screen because I want to get it there so that we can meet up with the Light Cyclops. Why are we going to meet up with the Light Cyclops? Find out in the next episode of Sword of Mana, even though it's been like 3 by this point. So anyway, well, I guess, yeah. I'm trying to think now because the narration has been going on for 48 minutes, so it'll be just over 3 episodes if I keep everything. Why not? We'll, I'll do the thing off screen, and then I'll come back with the Light Cyclops for the rest of the episode. So might as well make it 4 episodes anyway. Why not? So I'm gonna go and set the date off screen, and then I'll be right back. Well, guys, it's been a long and arduous 15 minutes for me. In that time, I've actually managed to grind up to level 27. Holy cow, I'm gonna be over leveled. Because by the end of this whole sequence of this thing, by the time we get to the airship, if you're level 26, then you're absolutely fine. But anyway, I've actually managed to grind up to level 27 in that time. But during that time, as you may have seen already, I've managed to find the Light Cyclops. He's that thing that's stuck in a tree up there. So, oh man. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do with him, I'm not actually going to kill him, because if I was to kill him, first off, I'd get like 400 experience, and I don't need that. And second of all, I might have a chance of getting a treasure chest with an item that would make this game infinitely easier for the rest of the game. So I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do with him, though, I'm just trying to give you a good view of him. He has a mace, and it has a really, really long reach on it. As you couldn't really see it there, but and he also has an eye beam. He has like a laser beam that he shoots out of his eyeballs that has an even longer reach than the mace. But the idea is that you want to get him kind of stuck behind a tree, kind of like that, and then what you want to do is you want to wail away at him with magic. I mean, he's smarter than he looks, so he'll probably end up moving at some point, but if you just stay pretty far away from him, you should be fine. And what I want to do with him is I want to make the hero's Wisp magic a little bit more useful, because it'll be even more useful than Elena's at that point, because it'll be at the level that I want it to get it to. I want to get his Wisp magic to level 30, so that his Healinglight will do what's it called? 60 HP of restoration. So what you do is you just cast a spell, and as you can see, from one hit, Wisp just leveled up, and again, Wisp leveled up again. So Wisp is right now at level 2. The best thing to use against him when you're the best weapon at this point to use against him when you're casting is probably the bow, although I think the flail will also work. The sickle is kind of shaky because its magic line is its magic trajectory is pretty. You have to be pretty close for it to work, if I remember right. But find what works for you, and then if you're doing what I'm doing, you might want to do this. And then after a little while, you'll just want to sit down so you can restore your MP. And eventually, you will have a really, really high-leveled Wisp spell. Now, the reason why it's doing 0 damage is because he's the Light Cyclops, and in that vein, he's weak against dark magic, and he's completely immune to light magic. So you'll pretty much want to just empty your spells, your MP charges on him, and then sit down someplace safe to restore your MP. Preferably across the screen from where he is. But if you can keep him in your line of sight and still manage to sit down and do it, then that's just fine too. But eventually you will have a really high-leveled Wisp spell. Like, look at that. My Wisp spell, I've been at this for like, what, 3 minutes, and it's already at level 11. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the other 19 levels of Wisp for the hero, so that he has his level 30 Wisp spell. And then I'm not actually going to kill the Light Cyclops, I'm just going to get off the screen that it's on. And after I've gotten the level 30 Wisp, I'm going to go and purchase 50 Stardust herbs from Niccolo. You can find him pretty easily in the Mushboom forest, so I would suggest looking for him there. But all of that I'm going to do before the next episode of Sword of Mana. And this one might be pretty short, but I guess you guys can understand a lot of the stuff that's going to be happening now is going to be going on off-screen. So I'm going to take care of getting Wisp to level 30 and purchasing 50 Stardust herbs in the vicinity between now and the next episode of Sword of Mana. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'm about to go do something ridiculously tedious. So, I'm going to spare you that problem. I'll see you later.